won by the Annandale Cardinals 37-36 in a very fine game. The game was called margin at halftime, but a nice comeback by the Cardinals. Here's the starter for ROCORI. It will be at one wing, Steve Howells. Steve Howells at one wing, a 6'1" senior. And Dan Mansell will start on the other side for the Annandale Cardinals as they're being introduced in rotation. And Bart Johnson starts at the other wing. He's a 6-foot senior. And 6'3" Brad Dahl, a 6-foot junior. Mansell and Dahl at the guard spots for the Annandale Cardinals, 7-0 for Coach Ron Starkey. Craig Ethan, a 6'4" senior, will start at one post for the ROCORI Spartans. And for the Annandale Cardinals, Mitch Harmoning will start at center for the Annandale Ball Club. And Lyle New will start at the point guard spot for the ROCORI Spartans, a 6'1" senior. Chip Purcell, a 6'3" junior, will start at a forward for the Annandale Cardinals. And Scott Hondel, a 6'4" sophomore, will start at the other post for the ROCORI Spartans. And 6'1" senior Eric Spielman will start at the other forward for Annandale. So we're just about to set to go with basketball action here tonight. Last year, ROCORI won at 61-48, even though the score at halftime was only 33-25. The Spartans won it by 13 last year. Leading scorer in the ball game last year was, of course, the team all graduated now, but Luke Fraley had one of his better games on the season last year with 20 points, and Chip Purcell was only a sophomore at that time, and he had 20, but the only man in double figures for Annandale last year. So that's the way they stack up, and we get set to go with basketball action here on 98 Country, WWJO St. Cloud, Minnesota. ROCORI in the white uniforms. They're the black numeral and the red trim. Annandale in that familiar cardinal red with the white numeral and black trim. Jumping center for the Spartans will be Scott Hondo, and Mitch Harmoning, the 6'5" senior, will jump for the Annandale Cardinals. As the ball is in the air and the tap is controlled by the Cardinals in their backcourt. They bring it into the front court. ROCORI comes right out in a man-to-man defense, and working to the right side is Mansell, down into the corner to Dow. Back out top of the circle to Purcell, who hits the three-pointer immediately, and Chip Purcell shows us right away that he can put that ball down from just about anywhere. 7:38 to play, just underway. Annandale on top by 3 at 3-0. Outside, Bart Johnson with the basketball, gets it into a high post to New, now drops it down low for Ethan, who can't get around inside and brings it back out to Johnson. Whip pass inside to Hondel, who tries to go back door and can't. It's knocked out of bounds, knocked away from down low and out of bounds by Brad Dowell, so the Spartans will own the basketball. And Ethan will trigger the inbound pass way outside to Bart Johnson, who brings it out, bounces it into a high post to New, down low for Craig Ethan, who puts it down. So the Spartans are going high-low. They go high post to New and then down low to Ethan, and it's a 1-point lead for the Cardinals. Man-to-man defense. Last time Purcell got lost outside, and he got the easy three-pointer. Now the jump shot from the left corner won't go down by Eric Spielman. And here come the Spartans with 6:54 to play, just underway in this ball game. Johnson outside, across the top of the key to Hulls, down into the right-hand corner to Hondel, and then the skip pass to Johnson for 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Ethan saves it and then stepped out of bounds. Ethan had it almost saved, but then stepped out of bounds on the far side, so the Cardinals will own the basketball, and the first turnover belongs to the Spartans. It's Dan Mansell will bring it across the timeline, being dogged man-to-man by Steve Howells. Brings it on the left side. Now inside to Purcell. He's fouled by New, and Purcell will go to the free throw line. Lyle New will pick up his first foul of the ball game. Purcell had posted up down low. As I'd mentioned before, he came outside and shot the three-pointer. He's one of those very fine college prospects, even though he's only a junior at this point, but he is one of those real fine Central Minnesota teams, leads the area in scoring. Here's the free throw. It's up and good. His Annandale actually has the leads the area in as far as their proficiency is concerned as a team, but Purcell leads as well, and Purcell makes both ends of that two free throw attempt and has 5 points in the ball game, and it's a 3-point lead once again at 5-2. Purcell averaging 24.7 per game from outside. Johnson's shot's no good, but the follow-up shot is good. And Craig Ethan, I believe, was the man who put it down, and that's 4 points for Ethan. Make that Howells on the tip-in. Here's the shot from the right side. It's up, no good. Howells gets the rebound in the lane. The shot attempted from the right corner. New with the basketball. To the basket and in. Lyle New with the bucket. And the Spartans have taken the lead at 6-5. ROCORI by 1. From the corner, Purcell's shot won't go on three-pointer. Rebound taken by Howells, his second of the ballgame. Lead pass for Ethan, lays it up off balance and missed the shot. Here comes Purcell on the run down the right side, works it down into the deep corner, comes right back, tries to go to Spielman. He lost the ball and is picked up by the Spartans. And so that's turnover 1 for the Cardinals. And here come the Spartans as New will bring it across the timeline. His familiar point guard role, but he's playing a high post right now. He's hiding Craig Ethan, his low post. In the right corner, Hondel's shot is too long. Rebound chased down by Brad Dow in the corner. Across the timeline comes Mansell. Works the right side to Purcell. Purcell drives it to the paint, puts the jumper up and hits it. Chip Purcell now has 7 points in the basketball game. He has a 3-pointer and a 2-pointer plus a couple of free throws, and he has all 7 for Annandale. They lead by 1 at 7-6. New with the ball. Outside to Bart Johnson. Across the top of the key to Howells. Inside to New. Lost the ball as he headed for the basket, then was fouled. A holding call will be called on Eric Spielman. It'll be his first personal foul of the basketball game, and it'll be out of bounds to the Spartans on the common foul. Will have the basketball under their own basket. Inbound pass comes to Ethan. Brings it back outside to Johnson. Johnson leaves it over on the left side to Howells. Now Hondel down in the left corner, back out to Howells as ROCORI plays the perimeter game. Man-to-man defense right now, it would appear. Or is that a 2-3 zone for Annandale? I'll check that next time they set up. Meantime, the shot's no good in the lane, and the rebound pulled out of there by Dow. Quickly head Mansell, left side to Purcell. It's good. Purcell has a hot hand, averaging just about 25 points a ball game, and he hits another 3-pointer, which makes it a 10-6 4-point lead for Annandale. His second 3-pointer of the basketball game, and he has 10 already, and we played just half of the first quarter. Out across the top of the circle, this is Howells with the basketball into a high post to Ethan, drops it down low to Hondo. Reverse layup is good. Spartans working the ball very, very well, but they're going to have to figure out a way to stop Purcell. 10-8, 2-point lead for Annandale. 3:40 to play. From the corner, Spielman's shot is a 3. So Spielman hits the tray from the left corner, and that's the third 3-pointer of the ball game for Annandale. And it's a 13-10 ball game. And Howells gets another bucket for the Spartans. 13-10 the score. From the left side, the Spielman shot is no good. Howells with 4 points in the ball game. Bounce pass ahead to Ethan, who tries to chase it down, but can't. And it's turnover number 2 for the Spartans. Coach Bob Rink not pleased with the way his club is playing right now. Annandale up by 3. And the Spartans have gone to a 2-3 zone defense now with Dan Moore coming in to play in the middle. Hondel's still in there along with Johnson and Howells. And now the top of the circle, Mansell hits the tray. His first 3-pointer of the ball game. It's the fourth 3-pointer of the game for Annandale, and they've taken a 6-point lead at 16-10. Down into the corner to Moore, back out to Howells. Inside to Hondel, goes to the basket. Nice move, lays it in. Scott Hondel with 4 points in the basketball game, and it's a 4-point lead. But Annandale is red hot right now, and those trays are the difference in the ball game. They lead by 4, and they have 4 3-pointers, trying for 5, but that one's no good. Spielman follows it, no good. Rebound in the lane. Lyle New brings it down, and he'll bring it across the timeline, covered closely by Purcell, but he clears it ahead now to Bart Johnson on the far side with 2:23 to play in the first quarter. Howells drops it off on the right side to Hondo. Skip pass across the top to Bart Johnson, looking inside. 16-12 ball game. Howells on the outside. Now New way out at the top of the key to Bart Johnson, down into the corner now to Moore, back out to Johnson. Johnson with the basketball, working it inside to New. Loose basketball on the floor, bounce around and out of bounds, and it'll belong to ROCORI. So the Cardinals almost getting the turnover, but then ROCORI was able to force the ball off the hand of one of the Cardinals, and it trickled out of bounds. Philippi comes into the basketball game, and New will sit down for ROCORI. Outside, this is Howells with the ball. Tries to go inside. More. Ball knocked across the timeline off the Spartans and out of bounds. So turnover 3 for ROCORI, as the Spartans having trouble taking care of the basketball right now. Mitch Harmoning, the 6'5 senior center, will trigger the inbounds pass. Back it comes for Harmoning. Now down into the corner, Spielman. Drop pass inside, Dowell to Harmoning. It's no good. Loose ball in the lane. Here's Spielman going up with a shot. It's no good. And now Philippi, the littlest guy on the floor, comes up with it, and Brad Dowell fouls him as he goes by. Say, what do New Sunday Waffle Bar and New York Strip Steak have in common? Things that are new at the Red River Inn. The new Sunday Waffle Bar features waffles, sausage, fruit, salad bar, rolls, juice, and more for $3.99, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. every Sunday at the Red River Inn, Cold Spring. We're back to the action. Philippi with the basketball. A minute 22 to play first quarter. 16-12, still the score. 4-point lead for Annandale. Bounce pass now over on the left side to Philippi. Brings it out to the top of the circle and goes across to Howells. Howells drives. Jump pass back into the corner to Johnson. Looked like it may have been partially blocked. Purcell was on him and aggravated the shot just a bit. And here comes Mansell. Bounces it down into the corner to Purcell. His shot won't go. Rebound. Howells pulls it out of there, and he'll bring it down. Clears the timeline. And now knocked away, and we're going to get a foul called on at the midcourt as Howells has picked up the personal foul. And for Howells, it will be 24. That would be Howell's personal foul, his first, and he was lucky he did not get a deliberate foul because he actually grabbed the leg of the player so that he couldn't take off with the basketball. Smart play by Howells, and he got by with it. Howells is out right now, and Lyle New back into the ball game, but it is a turnover for the Spartans, their fourth of the basketball game, to only one for Annandale. Down low, inside, shot up, no good. That's Jeremy Brandt with a shot. He just came in off the bench, and now Hondo on the rebound is fouled by Harmoning. His first personal foul, third team foul against the Cardinals. 2 on the Spartans so far. New has 1, Howells has 1. 38.9 seconds remaining here as we count down the final seconds of this first quarter. 16-12, Annandale on top. To the top of the circle, Lyle New. Spartans would like to cut it to 2 before the end of the quarter. Outside now, Philippi, down into the corner, Hondo. Inside turnaround jump shot is good by Danny Moore. 2-point ball game with just 17 seconds to play in the first quarter. Across the timeline with the basketball comes Mansell. Gets it to Purcell on the far side. Back out to Mansell. Now to Purcell out at the three-point line. Flips it back to Mansell. They want to get him open, but now he does. He puts up the three-pointer and hits it. Well, he was covered by Philippi, and it was not a good matchup. And so Purcell hits the three-pointer right before the buzzer. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. Annandale 19, ROCORI 14. Back in a minute. Just underway, second quarter. ROCORI trailing by a score of 19-14 to the Annandale Cardinals. And the shot from the right side won't go, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to the Cardinals at the other end as they have the basketball back once more. And down court to the baseline, Purcell with the turnaround jumper. It's good. Purcell hits the two-pointer this time, and Purcell now with the total of 13 from the field. And he also has a couple of free throws. 15 in the ball game for Purcell, and out of bounds. Spartans unable to control the ball at the other end, and that's 6 turnovers in the ball game for ROCORI. So the Spartans having their problems trying to take care of the basketball as well as other things. Down court, here's Spielman with the ball, gets it outside. Top of the circle, now down into the corner to Purcell. His shot is good. Purcell hits another three-pointer, and the Spartans want to talk things over. That's 16 from the field for Purcell, including 4 three-pointers, and it's timeout on the floor. We'll take a 1-minute timeout with a score. Annandale 24, ROCORI 14. Probably I'll take a couple of 30s or 15s. I'll give you those on the free throws. If I take 15, be ready with Michael and Richmond Concrete. 7:10 to play here in the first quarter, or make that the second quarter, just underway second quarter. 24-14, biggest lead for Annandale, and the jump shot from the free throw line is up and good by Lyle New. His second field goal of the ball game. Found himself wide open at the high post and just turned around and put it in. Usually that's what happens because teams do not expect Lyle to shoot, so they leave him open. Here's a jump shot from outside, no good. Howells rebounds it and brings it down court for the Spartans. Crosses the timeline on the right side, brings it out to Johnson, who's working the point for the most part. Kind of the playmaker guard tonight, as New has gone to a post. Inside Handel drops it back to Moore, who has it knocked away and out of bounds. The foul will be charged to Spielman. Moore will go to the line for the free throw. We'll come back in 30 seconds. Free throw up and good by Moore, his first in one attempt. The Spartans' first attempt of the night. Both clubs perfect from the charity line, so far anyway. That one's also good. Moore with 4 points off the bench now for ROCORI. He was anticipating perhaps starting tonight, according to Coach Bob Brink, but instead he started with Lyle New. And the jump shot from outside is no good. Rebound pulled down by the Spartans. Danny Moore gets it off to Bart Johnson. And it's a 24-18 ball game as the Spartans cleared into the front court to New on the left side. Now the running jumper by New won't go as he found himself in the air, no place to go. Got his own rebound and is fouled inside. And the foul is going to be on... Who was the foul charged to? We'll wait for the call. It's on one of the Cardinals apparently. Number 33 would be Mitch Harmoning's second personal foul of the ball game. It'll be out of bounds to the Spartans under their own basket, as New had control of the basketball, or at least was trying to, and got fouled from behind. Harmoning with his second foul of the ball game. Into the corner, here's Moore back outside to Johnson. Inside for Handel, turnaround jumper is good. Got Handel with 6 points in the ball game. It's 24-20. ROCORI with 6 unanswered points after that timeout. Nice adjustment by the Spartans. Cross-court pass to Spielman, cut off at the baseline by Handel, and then Handel is called for the personal foul. It'll be his first of the basketball game. Going to the free throw line will be Eric Spielman. We'll be back in 15 seconds. First free throw by Spielman in the two-shot situation is up no good. He has a three-point basket for his 3 points in the game. This one goes down, and it's a 5-point lead once again for the Cardinals at 25-20. Their biggest lead has been 10 at 24-14. Here's New open for the jumper. It's no good, and the rebound is pulled out of there by Harmoning. He gets it ahead now to Mansell, who clears it into the front court, covered out there. ROCORI drops back into their 2-3 zone defense. Off on the left side, Purcell with the ball, lost it out of bounds. And it didn't appear that anybody from ROCORI touched the ball, but the official gave it back to the Cardinals anyway. Perhaps forced out would be the word. Here's Spielman with the basketball, bounces it way outside to Mansell, back to Spielman for three. It's on its way, but no good. Rebound, Johnson was wise enough to not go over the back that time, didn't get the foul, and then the Cardinals lost it out of bounds. So the 25-20 remains the score as 5 minutes, 7 seconds to go first half. And the Spartans have the basketball. Johnson inside to Moore, back out to New. New in the lane, whips it back out to Johnson, who wanted to go for the shot, but then lost the basketball. New is covered quickly as he got the ball across the top of the key. Lyle New looking inside, going right now to Hondo. Cross-court pass to Johnson, back out to Lyle New, calls the play. Bounce pass right side to Hulls, gets it inside to Hondo. Turnaround jumper's good. Ooh, Hondo posts up beautifully. 8 points for Hondo, 3-point lead for Annandale at 25-22. 4.5 minutes to play first half. Bounce pass left side is kicked by Hulls, and it'll still belong to the Cardinals on the side. ROCORI with Hulls and New out front, and across the back they have Moore, Johnson, and Hondo. The shot from way outside by Mansell's no good. Hulls will take it to the basket and lay it up. Ooh, offensive foul is called on Hulls. That was not a good call, folks. Man, oh man, he moved in under Hulls as he went into the air. The ball went down. That was one of the more unbelievable calls I've seen in a while. Guy's got to have a chance to come down. 4:18 to play, 25-22, a 3-point lead. It remains as the Spartans give the ball back to the Cardinals, and now the Cardinals lose it out of bounds on the pass intended into the corner. Purcell's been quiet for a little while as the Spartans change their defense and have done the job on him. The Cardinals fall back into that 2-3 zone defense. Right now they have in the ball game Scott Traddles, a 5'8 junior. Inside, here's Hondo with the shot. Hangs on the rim, won't go, but he is fouled, and Hondo will go to the line to shoot a pair. The foul will be charged to number 41. That would be Chip Purcell's first personal foul. We'll be back in 15 seconds. First free throw by Hondo is up and good. 25-23, 25-24. 1 point lead after it was 10 not long ago. 10 points for Scott Hondo, the fine sophomore for the Spartans. He's been posting up against Harmoning and eating them alive here so far in tonight's ball game. Harmoning inside, brings it back out to Traddles. Right side now goes to Dahl. Now back out to Traddles. His shot barely made the rim, but Purcell follows it in, and he has his 20 points already. Off the glass, the jumper is good by Hulls. Hulls hits the basket at the other end. He has 6 in the ball game, and it's 27-26 once again. 3:23 to play. Bounce pass on the right side to Dow. Back outside it comes to Traddles. Now a high post to Harmoning. To Spielman inside. His shot's no good, and a pushing foul will be called, and I believe it's going to be on Hondo. And for Hondo, it will be personal foul number 2, and the 4th team foul against the Spartans. Well, according to the scoreboard, they have 5, 2, 3, 4, and 2 on Hulls. That would be 5. Into the ball game now comes Ethan, and Bart Johnson will sit down. Johnson has not scored yet in the ball game, and Doug Brink will have a chat with him. Here's Spielman's free throw. It's good. Johnson, one of the leading scorers in the area, has averaged 12.3 points per ball game. Howells leads the Spartans in scoring with 14 a game. Second free throw coming now for Spielman. And it's on its way, and this one's also good. So he makes them both, and it's 29-26, a 3-point lead for the Cardinals. 3:11 to play, first half. Top of the circle, New. Right side goes to Moore, looking in at Handel. They're always looking for Handel and Ethan inside. The pass intended for Ethan in the corner is out of bounds. And it's last touched by the Spartans. So ROCORI, unusually high number of turnovers, 8 in the basketball game. 3 minutes exactly for the first half. 29-26. Annandale by 3. Annandale will get set to come back in. New almost had the steal, but picked up by Spielman and back outside to Traddles, who's playing the point. Mansell will come in to take that spot in a moment. And now a whistle and a foul inside. And we'll see, I believe it's Purcell. No, it's on the Spartans. A hold underneath on Dan Moore. It'll be his first personal foul of the ball game, and it's team foul number 6 against the Spartans. And going to the free throw line will be Chip Purcell. He'll be shooting, apparently, well, I don't believe they're in the bonus as yet. It'll be out of bounds to the Cardinals. Still only 6 on the Spartans, and they wave it off. And now Harmoning will trigger it in, gets it into the corner to Mansell, brings it back out to Purcell. Purcell traveled, but as he was traveling, he got pushed, and Purcell agrees totally with the official, saying that was definitely a foul. Dan Moore picks up his second personal foul of the ball game. And now Coach Bob Brink has a word with Lyle New on the side as Purcell goes to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. He's 2 for 2 from the stripe. And now 3 for 3. 21 points in the ball game so far for Purcell. Coach Bob Brink in our preview said that he needed to keep him to 18 or 20 points in the game, and right now he is just eating the Spartans up with 22 already, and we are only still got 2:38 to go to the half. 31-26 the score. Annandale by 5. If you can imagine, one player with 22 points already in the ball game, and the rest of them aren't doing all that bad. Outside the Howells now. Down into the corner goes to Moore. Back outside the Howells. Pass to the baseline to Handel. His jumper can opener comes out of there, and Harmoning rebounds it for the Cardinals. Across the timeline, Purcell wants to work one-on-one with somebody. Whips it inside. Loose ball picked up by New. Turnover Cardinals. Only their second to the first half. And now we're going to get a foul called on Mansell, who picked up his first personal foul of the basketball game, a pushing foul. Fans wanted a charging foul, but did not get it. We should have the bonus coming up. No, it's going to be against the Spartans, apparently. And it's going to be on Craig Ethan, his first personal foul of the ball game. So I thought that the way it looked, it was going to be on Mansell, but it's against the Spartans. And it's Craig Ethan's first personal foul. 7 apiece, 1-and-1 coming up for both clubs from here on out. Dan Mansell at the line. He just came back in as Traddles sat down. Mansell's free throw is good. He has 4 points in the ball game. But Chip Purcell is the big story here for the Cardinals. At the free throw line, Mansell once again. The 6-foot senior point guard puts it up. And this one is no good, but Spielman rebounds it in the lane, puts the shot up no good. Harmoning lost it in the lane, gets it back out to Spielman for 3. He's not afraid to shoot. His shot's no good, and now a whistle. And we're going to get a foul called, and this one will be a pushing foul on Tim Nuring, who just came into the ball game, and that's his first of the basketball game. And that second free throw by Mansell was no good. At the free throw line to shoot will be Brad Dow. We'll be back in 30 seconds. We don't get them all in at halftime. I just make sure that once I read those 2 halftime sponsors that we run those next. Okay? I'll give you a couple of breaks before that. Dow misses the free throw, and here come the Spartans down court. Here's New outside, gets it back off to Johnson. Johnson with the ball back over to Lyle New, looking inside, pulls up at long range. Now puts up the three-pointer. It's on the iron, but no good. Rebound pulled down by Harmoning. 32-26. Cardinals moving away once again as the Spartans had that lead down to 1 at 26-25. From the right side, Spielman's three is up and good, and boy, they're hitting three-point baskets like they're going out of style. And that is 2 for Spielman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 three-point baskets for the Cardinals. Of course, ROCORI had early in the season had that 14 out of 20 game down at their place against Wilmer in that 54-51 win. Inside, here's the shot up by Nuring, and it's good. Nuring working inside, gets his first basket of the ball game. That 9-point lead is back down to 7 now. 10 has been the biggest lead of the ball game for the Cardinals at 24-14 when the Cardinals Spartans started their comeback. From outside, Spielman's shot is good. Eric Spielman has the hot hand. He has 9 from the field, 12 in the ball game. And the Cardinals have opened up that 38-28 10-point lead they had earlier in the ball game. Inside to Nuring, knocked away as he tried to go back to New. Turnover number 9 in the game for the Spartans. Purcell pulls up at the baseline, tries to go inside. Nuring picks it up. Nuring gets the turnover, only the third for the Cardinals. Here's New trying to shift it back, and he threw it away. 10 turnovers for ROCORI. New got into no man's land that time, tried to throw it inside, but he threw it right into the arms of 3 Cardinal players, and they come out with the turnover. 38-28, Cardinals outside. This is Harmoning. Off on the left side. Here's Spielman open for 3 again, and he hits it again. Spielman with an even dozen from the field has 15 in the ball game here at halftime. 41-28. The Spartans trail by 13 as we head to the locker room, and we'll head back here in 2 minutes.
Move because your man pushed through it. You don't let him move. Well, I'm here and you're not.
Defeated Annandale by that 61-48 score. It was Purcell with 20 and no one else with more than 9 points. So the big difference in this game has been the ability for the young man Spielman, who's been open on the baseline, to hit the shot. Here's a shot from outside by Mansell. It won't go, and the rebound comes down to Crone, who's starting the second half. So Crone is in there for the Spartans to start second half action. And Ron Crone, and the ball outside now to Johnson, down into the corner to Hondo, tries to go to Ethan, back out in the corner to Hondo, outside to Crone, inside to Howells, back out to Crone, down to the baseline to Ethan. His shot is up, and it is on the iron, no good. Hondo with a tap up, no good. Follow-up is good. Hondo follows it in for the Spartans, and Hondo now is 12 in the ball game. Shot from outside won't go by Purcell. Purcell wanted to foul, didn't get it. Ball's on the floor out of bounds. We're going to get a held ball called, and it should belong to the Spartans on the alternating possession. Dan Crone, a 5'10 senior, in the ball game for the Spartans. Dan Crone. And he'll bring it across the timeline for ROCORI. Down court, out at the top, calling the play, directing traffic, gets it down into the left corner to Howells, back to Crone. Crone with a running pass inside to Hondo, back to Howells, who's open for the jumper, but it rolls off the top, and Harmoning pulls down the rebound for the Cardinals. Across the timeline, Mansell whips it down into the corner to Spielman, who's open again, but this time it won't go down. The rebound pulled out of there by Dow. Spielman open for a second time. This one also will not go. Inside, Purcell puts it up and in. Purcell already has his average of 24 points a ball game, as he is still only 6:30. It's only about a 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Hondo inside with a nice pass down the lane and got the ball up and in. Hondo was 14 in the ball game. We'll be naming our Martitelli's Pizza player of the game at the end in the post-game show with Coach Bob Brink. That'll be a ROCORI player. Obviously, there's some very good candidates from Annandale, but it will be a ROCORI player. Crone almost got the steal. No, we got a lane violation called against the Cardinals. They had only 3 turnovers in the first half. ROCORI had 10, but that's the first of the second half. Backcourt baseline. Coach Ron Stark shouting words of encouragement. Ron Starkey, I should say. 6 minutes to play, third quarter. And across the timeline comes Dan Crone, working to the right side, down into the corner to Handel, back outside to Howells. Howells turns, now drops it down low for Ethan, who puts up the shot, came up short with it, and the rebound is pulled out of there by the Cardinals. Whipping it down court to Purcell. Purcell brings it inside. Nice pass inside to Dow, and Dow puts it down. His first basket of the ball game. 45-32. The Cardinals back up by 13 once again. Spartans had cut into that lead, but now it's back to 13 points. Crone from outside. It's no good. Rebound falls into the arms of Dow, who leaves it for Mansell, and he'll bring it across the timeline. 5:17, third quarter. High post to Harmoning. Harmoning can't find anybody. Comes back outside to Mansell for three. It's in and out, no good. Rebound to Harmoning, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Handel this time. Gets it ahead to Howells. Howells thrown ahead to, intended ahead, but it was picked off by Harmoning. So the Spartans turn it over for the 11th time in the ball game. Baseline Purcell stepped on the baseline, says the official. And that's turnover 2 second half and 5 in the ball game for Annandale. To make that 4:51, 45-32. Bart Johnson over for a word with Coach Bob Brink. Dan Crone sits down, and Jesse Philippi comes back in for the Spartans. Right side to Howells. Back to Philippi. Out in three-point land. Goes to the basket. Lays it inside nicely for Moore, and Moore puts it down. Moore just back into the ballgame. The sixth in the game. 45-34. 11-point lead for the Cardinals once again. Harmoning in the lane. Outside to Dow. His shot's no good. Rebound. Howells is hit on the arm. Howells goes down. And the foul will be called on the Cardinals. Personal foul will be charged to the Cardinals. And the foul will be on Dan Mansell. His first personal foul of the basketball game. 45-34. Spartans could cut that into single digits once again. As Philippi comes into the front court. Howells also in there along with Moore, Handel, and Johnson for the Spartans. Starting five, I believe, in there right now for the Cardinals. Here's a steal, but then a steal right back again by Johnson. He gets it off to Moore. Moore leaves it for Philippi. 3 turnovers third quarter for the Cardinals, 2 for the Spartans. 6 in the game for Annandale, 12 for ROCORI. Right side Howells. Bounce pass in high post to Moore. Back to Howells outside. Inside to Moore. Kicks it back outside to Philippi. He goes to the basket and lays it in. Jesse Philippi can make things happen. Even though he's only 5'7", his vertical jump has to be the best on either team out there. And now ROCORI a little confused on their defense. They had 2 men following the same man in the man-to-man defense. But we get a foul inside. It'll be on Purcell. His second personal foul of the basketball game. 3:34 on the clock for the third quarter. Still 45-36, 9-point lead. Spartans did manage to get it down to that single digit. And now they could cut into that lead even more. They had it down to 1 at one time early in the ball game after they'd been down by 10. Now they were down by 13 on 2 occasions in this second half, including at halftime. And Howells outside will try for the three-pointer. It's short, no good. Comes right out to Philippi, though. Bounces it back to Howells down into the corner to Johnson, but Johnson stepped on the baseline. I don't know if both clubs have trouble with the baseline, but they both had a problem stepping on the line. It doesn't appear like anything's unusual. This is a beautiful basketball court. Now timeout Cardinals. 3:04 to play third quarter. They're on top 45-36. We'll be back in 1 minute. Ready for those 15-seconders. I'll take them on free throws. We get a 2-shot free throw. I'll take those 15-second halves. We can save those. We can take regular breaks, take the other ones. Although we're in pretty good shape. Once again at the Annandale Gymnasium, this beautiful high school, only a year old. Couple of nice gyms. In fact, there was a JV game as well. Unfortunately, I didn't pick up the score on that one. The B game was won by Annandale 37-36 in a real barn burner. Outside, Purcell goes to Mansell. Now down the left side to Dowell. Dowell on the left side over on the wing. Gets it back out to Mansell. Back to Dowell. Down into the corner to Spielman. The Spartans using a 1-3-1 zone right now, and it is confusing Annandale a bit. Here's Handel almost a steal, but Mansell comes back with it. And the Spartans drop back into their 1-3-1, but the ball knocked away and out of bounds. It'll still belong to the Cardinals on the side. They have Mansell, Dowell, Purcell, Harmoning, and Spielman in there right now. High post to Harmoning. Left side to Dowell. Purcell open for three. It's in and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by Mansell. Free throw line jumper won't go. Rebound Handel. Lead pass stolen by Mansell. Mansell will pull up in the corner and is fouled. The foul will be on Dan Moore. It'll be his third personal foul. Going to the line to shoot a pair will be Mansell. We'll come back in 15 seconds. Go ahead and take them both. He's going to be at the line. Take them both. We'll get into the second half that way anyway. We're in good shape. Be ready for those on 15-second breaks. I'll still try that.
No, bring them over.
Free throw, first one no good, second one is good by Mansell. He's 2 out of 4 for the line, 5 points in the ball game. 45-36 is the score. A 9-point lead in the ball game. Now, I thought a moment ago it was 45-36, and now they're going to check things. Howells got called for the foul, but he wasn't in the ball game, they said. And so now we'll have to check it out to see who got the foul. And they're going to double check it here on the side, as apparently the player they called, Steve Howells, was not in the ball game at the time. And Dan Moore should have been. Okay, so the official's straightening things out right now. And Dan Moore was the man who got the foul. It was his third personal foul of the ball game. So it would have been the third on Howells as well, but instead it's on Dan Moore, the personal foul, and Dan is out of the ball game right now. Howells is back in, along with Johnson, Nuring, Handel, and Philippi for the Spartans. Pass comes way outside to Philippi, so to fly in the air for that ball. Here's the pass right through the middle, but comes out the other side to Nuring, back outside to Philippi, and the right side now to Johnson, back to Philippi to Howells. Down to the baseline to Handel. Handel goes right to the hoop and lays it in. Scott Handel having the best game of his young career in the varsity with 16 points so far in the ball game, and a leading candidate for a Marnatelli Pizza Player of the Game here tonight. Pass inside, turnaround, Harmoning, it won't go. Rebound pulled down by Nuring. Nuring gets it to Philippi. And now to Johnson ahead, back to Philippi. Right side to Howells. Down into the corner to Handel. Back out to Philippi. 4-3. Yes! That one hung on the rim for quite some time before it went down. And the Spartans have their first three-pointer of the night. The Cardinals have forced them outside very well. They have been able to get the ball inside tonight. Purcell to the baseline, lost the ball out of bounds, but a foul is called down inside. Not too many fouls here in the third quarter. That will be only the second on the Spartans. The foul will be charged to the Spartans. This time it will be Steve Howells with his third personal foul of the ball game. Here's Purcell off on the right side to Spielman. 1:08 to play, third quarter. Pass back to Purcell. Now to Mansell. Bounce pass over to Purcell. Down to the baseline. Turnaround by Spielman. Goes right across the top. Dowell rebounds it up. No good. Rebound chased down and finally pulled out of there by Harmoning. Harmoning gets it out to Mansell as Dan Moore gets set to come back in. And from three-point land, it's Brad Dowell with the bucket. And the Cardinals are shooting three-pointers like they own the basket, and they do. Philippi outside. 49-41 is the score. Back to an 8-point lead. Here's the shot from outside. It won't go. Put up there by Howells from three-point land. We're in less than 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. 49-41. The Spartans have effectively cut that lead down from 13 to 8. Cardinals would like to extend it to going into that fourth quarter. The Spartans 1-3-1 defense has done a nice job on this Annandale offense here in the second half. Mansell right side to Purcell. Cross-court pass to Spielman. He's open for that three again, and he hits it. Spielman has a nice soft touch on the ball when he has the opportunity. He has 15 in the ball game. 5 3-pointers for Spielman, and he has a total of 18. That's the end of the third quarter with the score. Annandale 52, ROCORI 41. Back in a minute. Well, 11 3-pointers so far in the ballgame for the Cardinals, and that must be some kind of a school record for them. I don't know what their record is. ROCORI broke their old record with 14 out of 20 in that first game of the season against Wilmer, and that also was the game when Bart Johnson broke the individual record set by Stein. Purcell travels inside but got away with it and got the basketball down. 26 points in the ballgame for Purcell. And I'm not sure what the official stopped the clock for, but he blew the whistle and said something. I'm not sure what it was. But at any rate, 54-41, back to a 13-point lead for the Cardinals, who led by 11 at the end of the quarter. And now the pass right side to Nuring and back to Philippi. Down into the corner to Moore. Back out it comes for Howells, inside for Hondo, back to Moore. Skip pass out to Philippi, down to Nuring in the corner. Back outside to Howells. Howells with the ball in traffic, loses it, gets it back, puts it up, puts it in, and got fouled. Basket will count. Howells now with 8 in the ball game, and the Howells will go to the free throw line. The foul will be charged to number 23, Brad Dahl. It'll be a second personal foul, and a one-pointer coming for Howells. Say, what do New Sunday Waffle Bar and New York Strip Steak have in common? Things that are new at the Red River Inn. That's Sunday Waffle Bar. Served from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., only $3.99. The New York Strip Steak, only $6.99 every night at the Red River Inn in Cold Spring. Free throw by Howells is up and good. He has 9 in the ball game. And the Spartans putting on some man-to-man pressure, and Philippi called with a personal foul as Mansell appeared to just fall down, but Philippi picked up his first personal foul of the ball game. He'll be out of bounds on the far side. 3 fouls apiece as far as the team fouls are concerned. And now out of bounds on the near side, Harmoning will trigger the inbound pass. Gets it inbound. Down into the corner. Back over on the left side to Spielman, who's covered by Nuring. And Spartans back to a man-to-man defense as they need the basketball, trailing by 10. Here's the pass down low. It's knocked away, picked up by Philippi. Gets it back for Howells. Howells at long range. Wants to drop it down low, does not. The shot's no good, but the tap by Hondo. He gets his own rebound after the tap. Ball's on the floor. We get a held ball, and the ball will be long to the Spartans under their own basket on the alternating possession. 98 Country, WWJO, St. Cloud, Minnesota is the station you're listening to. Connie Old courtside at Annandale High School. We want to thank Athletic Director Harmoning and all the other folks here. Ron Starkey, the head coach, Coach Bob Brink of the ROCORI Spartans, for their assistance in bringing you the broadcast here, and especially Athletic Director Harmoning for helping me to find the phone line, the connection back behind the stand. Ball's knocked out of bounds by the Spartans. It'll still belong to the Cardinals. Harmoning's son is on the ball club as well here, Mitch Harmoning. He is Denny Harmoning, the athletic director's son. Turnaround jumper in the lane is up and good by Dow. Brad Dow now with 7 from the field. And in the ball game, Philippi out to Howells. Nuring open for the jumper. It's off the top of the iron, no good. 56-44, 12-point lead for Annandale with 6 minutes to play. Ahead, Hondo back to Philippi, who made the steal. Hondo made the steal, that is. 4 turnovers, now 7 total in the ball game for the Cardinals. ROCORI with 13. Here's Nuring back outside to Howells. Now Philippi down into the corner to Nuring. Inside to Howells, running hook shot, won't go. Follow-up won't go. Man on the floor is Purcell. He doesn't dare get up. Turnaround by Moore is no good. So the Spartans missed some money shots that time as they did get the rebound. And now Spielman runs to the basket. And a whistle and a foul called as ROCORI wants a timeout. That one was a bit ridiculous. Spielman got the ball, took 2 steps toward the basket, and then started the dribble. Timeout ROCORI, 5:27 to play in the ball game with the score. Annandale 56, ROCORI 44, back in a minute. We have 5:27 to play in the basketball game. 56-44, Annandale on top. They have led almost the entire game. ROCORI had a 1-point lead early on in the ball game, but Annandale had led by 5 at the quarter, by 13 at the half, and by 11 at the end of the third quarter. So they've had the lead. Their biggest lead was 13 points on 3 occasions. And Spielman is at the line. He's had a hot hand tonight for the Cardinals. His free throw is up and good. Spielman with 18, now 19 points in the ball game with a chance to make it 20. Has to be one of his better games. Free throw is up. This one is no good. Rebound is pulled down by Hondo. As Spielman, I don't believe, is known for his scoring prowess, as Purcell is that person. There's a running jumper by Philippi. It's good. He has 7 from the ball game, including a three-pointer. Now Purcell. Back it comes for Mansell off on the right side to Dow. Dow drives it, puts it up off the glass and in. Nice take by Dow as he faked out Howells real nicely on that one. 9 points from the field for Dow. All his points from the field. 3 two-pointers and a three-pointer. Into the corner, Moore with the jumper. It's on the iron, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Dow. He got hammered from behind by Nuring, but got by with it. Back it comes for Mansell. 4:41 to play in the ball game. 59-46, 13-point lead for the Cardinals. Spielman down low for Purcell. His shot won't go. Got his own rebound and put it in. Purcell, very well-built young man, has 28 points in the basketball game, but he has only 6 of those in the second half. Philippi with the drive to the basket. Now a whistle. We're going to get a blocking foul called on Purcell. And for Chip Purcell, that will be his 3rd personal foul of the ball game. And going to the free throw line to shoot a pair of free throws will be Jesse Philippi. Philippi will go to the line. We'll remind you that things are new over at the Red River Inn. Include that New York strip steak for only $6.99 every night at the Red River Inn, Cold Spring. And remember, they also have that new Sunday waffle bar. And that is served from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. featuring waffles, sausage, fruit, salad bar, rolls, juice, and more. Only $3.99. Red River Inn, Cold Spring. Philippi makes the first free throw. He has 10 points in the ball game. His second one is up and good. So Philippi cuts the lead down to 61 to 48 after the Cardinals had opened up their biggest lead at 61-46 a moment ago. Here's Purcell into the lane. Purcell with a jumper. It won't go. And the rebound is pulled down by Johnson, and Purcell picks up his 4th personal foul of the ball game. So Purcell with 4 personals in this ball game. And going to the free throw line with 4:04 to play, 61-48 the score. No free throw, beg your pardon. There's a common foul. 4 minutes to play, 61-48 the score. Here's Philippi, right side. To Nuring, to Philippi. Back to Hondo. Hondo with his, as he moved to the basket, he's called for the traveling violation. Moved that pivot foot. 14 turnovers in the ball game for the Spartans. And now Philippi tripping Mansell from behind, and Mansell got a very bad burn on that floor on his left hand. And clipping foul will be called. The official gives the indication. ROCORI wants another timeout. They want to talk things over. We'll take a 1-minute timeout with a score of 3:47 to play. Annandale 61, ROCORI 48. I've got my regular range in. And we can take the floppy line. We don't have to wait for the break. Next time I take a break, I'll take a break. What did they got? Back once again at Annandale High School, where the score is 61-48. Connie Hill courtside. Kyle Smith back at the studios. 3:47 to play. Spartans calling the timeout during the break, and now they'll put on the full court pressure once again as Philippi covering on Mansell, who clears it into the front court. Now on the left side to Spielman. He's covered by New out to Harmoning. They're going into the rotating type of offense, and there's a nice pass from Mansell inside to Harmoning, who gets his first basket of the ball game. They had some kind of a rotation, and he got open. Pass intended for Johnson on the far side. Or make that more, goes out of bounds. ROCORI now with 15 turnovers in the ball game, trailing 63-48, a 15-point lead for the second time in the game for the Annandale Cardinals. Well, the Cardinals are 7-0, and they're coming into this one, and this is to be a big confidence builder. This and that Monticello win, a couple of AA schools. Spielman comes right out of the pack that time with the ball, and here's Purcell for 3. Chip Purcell is a treat to watch. He has 27 points from the field and 31 in the game. Chip Purcell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3-pointers for Purcell. And now out of bounds off the Spartans. It'll belong to the Cardinals as the Spartans having trouble turning that ball over. 16 in the ball game. Here's Bart Johnson ending up in the other court. Spielman down court. Little jumper comes up short. No good. Got his own rebound. Goes to the hoop and puts it in. Spielman now with 17 from the field and 21 in the ball game. Down court, the 3 is up and good by the Spartans. Down court, that was Philippi hitting the 3. It wasn't Howells. Howells with the 3-pointer. I've been missing Howells' baskets all night. That's his first 3. In fact, only the second 3 for the Spartans. 12 points in the ball game for Howells. And the foul charged to the Spartans. Lyle New is second to the basketball game. Moore and Handel will sit down. Johnson, along with Howells, New, Philippi, and now Crone into the ball game for the Spartans. Mansell drives it to the basket and puts it in. Mansell with 7 in the ball game. A 3 and a 2 and a couple of free throws. Here's Philippi losing the ball. And down court, picking it up is Spielman. His little jumper won't go. Rebound follow-up by Purcell is up and good. Purcell now with 29 from the field and 33 in the ball game. Here's another one by Philippi. It's up and good. 3-pointer for Philippi. Gives him a pair of 3-pointers. 12 points in the ball game. And 72-54 the score. Now a whistle and a foul called. And the foul will be charged to Philippi. And for Jesse, it'll be his second personal foul of the ball game. Tim Nuring will come back in for ROCORI. And sitting down for the Spartans will be Lyle New. At the free throw line will be Mansell. He'll be shooting the 1-and-1 as the Spartans get set for a couple of new faces coming in. New players. Free throw up. No good by Mansell, and trying to save it, but saving it to Philippi for the Spartans. As Mansell missed the free throw, 2 out of 5 from the line. Crone to Hulls. Back to Crone. He shoots the 3. It's good. Dan Crone hits the three-pointer for the Spartans, so they get 2 in a row. And here comes Purcell across the timeline. Looks to the head. Stolen by Nuring. Back it comes for Philippi. Pulls up for the 3. It's on the iron, no good. Rebound, Mansell pulls it out of there. Philippi goes down. Mansell, no foul. Across the timeline to Purcell. 72-57, 15-point lead, which was up to a tie us at 18 a moment ago. Into the ballgame, Chad Eichers checks in for the Spartans. And also coming in for ROCORI, number 50, that would be Scott Schreiner. So Schreiner is in, as is Chad Eichers. A couple of seniors seeing some action here. And now a couple of new players coming in for the Cardinals as well. Traddles will check in. Dow will sit down. Harmoning will sit down. And Justin Schoberg will check in along with Traddles and Jeremy Brandt. So Schoberg seeing his first action of the game. He's a 5'10 senior. Free throw is up and good by Purcell, who's 5 out of 5 from the line, has 34 points in this ball game to lead all scorers. And the second one is also good. We'll be naming our Marnatelli's Pizza Player of the Game right after in the post-game show with Coach Bob Brink. Pass on the right side goes to Schreiner, down to Crone. His jumper is around the rim, no good. Rebound by Schreiner is up, no good. Follow-up shot is no good, but it's out of bounds to ROCORI. And now coming in for Annandale will be Darrell Elliott. Also checking in for the Cardinals will be Jason Hansen. And out of bounds, pass, Schreiner gets it to Philippi, open for 3. It's no good. Rebound chased down by Traddles at the baseline. 37 seconds to play. We'll wrap it up in the postgame show. As Traddles tries to go inside, it's taken by Eichers, gets it ahead to Philippi. Philippi will drive it to the basket, lost the ball, and it's picked off inside. Picked up by Elliott. Down court, outside Traddles. Crone tries to knock it away. In the corner, Brandt with a shot. It's around the rim, no good. Rebound, Schreiner. Gets it ahead to Crone. Crone across the timeline, gets it ahead to Eichers. Eichers turnaround jumper off the glass and in. Chad Eichers hits the two-pointer, his first 2 points of the ball game. Here's a shot at the buzzer, missed everything. That's it, the final score. Annandale 74, ROCORI 59. We'll be back with the postgame show in 45 seconds.